problem. Boards freaked out, and they went, totally ballistic on me and Toronto Star. The Toronto Star going after Jiggy and again and again. The Toronto Star is generally considered
Got my back in the wall. What's happening with y'all?
This is lies. I'm lies. And I'm calling. I'm lost my liars. Rob Ford. Wanted to plant the seeds of mistrust in the public's minds. It made you difficult like that. You could say, see, they're out to get me. And he would ramp it up every time he knew that there might be another scandal.
One day, I was working on a story. I remember getting a call from this guy who said he had a video of Ford smoking crack. It was April Fool's Day, just never the day you want to get a call like that. But yeah, I handled it as professionally as I could and said, okay, tell me more. Can I see it? Can we meet? So we met at a parking lot. This guy pulled up and said, leave your bags and your phones, etc. in your car, get in this car. Then drove us to a different location. Another individual got in the car. They seemed very nervous. I remember that they wouldn't let us hold the phone. They were holding the phone and showing it to us. But when the screen turned on, it was just so obvious that it was Rob Ford. Smoking out of a glass pipe. Shit.
Snitches. Rats. They ratted him out.
But media does not pay for, something like the National Enquirer.
Snitches get stitches. They snitched on him.
We all gathered in the Toronto Star newsroom to figure out what we needed, where we could publish the story without having to tape ourselves.
That's crazy.
And then about 2 weeks after we saw the video, I remember I was at a friend's book launch, and all of a sudden someone came over to me and said, "Oh, did you see this?" And the screen was Gawker.
U.S. website called Gawker published a story where they said the editor, John Cook, had seen the same video.
Now it's out there. We can publish the story.
It was on the front page the next day. It said, Star reporters have seen a video in which Rob Ford appears to be smoking crack.
The paper acknowledges it cannot verify the video, says it did not pay for it, and doesn't have a copy. Doolittle, a City Hall reporter, believes it is the mayor.
Looks like Mayor Rob Ford. It's not the Mayor Rob Ford.
Holy shit. Our mayor just got caught in a crack cocaine scandal on video.
It was so shocking. It was unprecedented for a mayor to be involved in anything.
I knew things were kind of crazy.
Yeah, I knew that man was smoking crack. I don't know.
They were not crazy.
When I saw this story, I thought, that's a problem. And I called him.
Yeah, I knew that man was smoking crack. Now they want to act all surprised.
Don't worry about it.
You don't work with somebody that long. I know they smoke crack.
I do not use crack cocaine, nor am I an addict of crack cocaine. As for a video, I cannot comment on a video that I've never seen or does not exist. It is most unfortunate that I have been judged by the media without any evidence. The mayor says it didn't happen, it didn't happen. Our messaging was always the same as Rob's. We all know pictures can be photoshopped. Look at the photos that I doubt it. I just don't think it's his style.
There was a poll done in the city, and something like 50% of people in Toronto thought that we had fabricated the crack screen.
It's a very clear agenda trying to make as much problem for Raw Ford as possible.
I just really did not understand how much people mistrust the media and how the board successfully had framed the media as a political point.
Let's be clear. I'm gonna answer you ask the questions. If I get interrupted, questions are over. Simple.
I started getting death threats. Yeah, it was just extremely intense.
The fruit has yet to surface, clouding the worst view of Toronto, according to some on City Council.
This is the new district magistrate of Redwood City. And it's, I said that this was going to finish him unless he went to rehab. And so at that point, I started to change every conversation that I had with him. Every time he wanted to talk about policy or initiative or something that he wanted done in the city, all I would say is, you need to go to rehab. And I knew then that by giving him only that choice, he would either eventually give in and go, or he would fire me. And he chose to fire me. Have you ever seen City Council? I was confidential. So I walked out the front door with security, basically marching me out.
Mark Toohey being fired is one of those pivotal moments.
It was on a good time. It was frustrating. It was angry. It just felt like betrayal.
And then he just left, and it sort of left the reporters in this moment of shock that something big was coming. I just didn't know what at that point.
Maybe just so over dramatic talking, bro. They be so over dramatic talking, explaining damn stories.
Toronto Police Chief Bill Blair came out and said, "We've got the crack video." He would share it, but Toronto police were in possession of that video.
That file and video images, which appear to be those interviews with were previously reported in the press.
The crack video was captured in a massive gun smuggling raid after a horrible shooting in Toronto. And ultimately, it was the individuals targeted in this investigation that the mayor was behind and smoking serious drugs with.
That's what started this second week of chaos in Toronto City Council.
Get that blast down.
Look at that. The allegations, I think it's fair. I think it's no. You know what? No. I have no reason to resign. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna return my phone calls. I'm gonna be out doing what I need to do, and that's save taxpayers' money and run great government like we're running for the last 2 years. So all I can say, again, that's all I can say.
Busted. That's all I can say. Busted.
I was working at corporate security at City Hall. On the day that the police chief, Bill Blair, came out and said that the police were in the possession of the crack video. I was escorting Mayor Ford to his car, and he said, "Listen, Jerry, I need some type of close protection because the media, the little bit of is basically going to be my right hand man." I was just like, "Oof." It's not every day that the mayor of the biggest city in Canada asks you to come work for them. And so I was like, okay. It's like I've been dropped into storm. It was relentless. The media were pounding. My driveway, man, what's going on? My driveway, it was a feeding frenzy from these sharks. Get off my driveway. Get off my property. Get off my property. Okay. It just absolutely sucks. And it got worse. Then all of a sudden, international media stuff. You know, I'm trying to do my work at the front desk, and I had relatives from Scotland texting me saying, "Tom, we see you in Scotland in Glasgow, and you're at the mayor's office. What's going on over there?" Now, the rumors have been swirling around since May, but now Canadian police say they've seen a video appearing to show the mayor of Toronto smoking a crack pipe.
became the punchline to jokes on late night talk shows.
It's not crack. It's professional, it's amateur, it's those are the words. What do you think? There's not a lot to do with it. Come on, guys.
Meanwhile, Ron continued to just want to do business.
This video shows folks.
Oh, yeah. Only you know how much I do. Two days later. Netflix series. I mean, you're an addict, bro. Don't deny it. Crack tape been released. They saw the crack tape already. Look, crack tape. Look, smoking crack. They blackmailed him because he probably didn't have money for crack. You can tell on his face he didn't want to be recorded. They blackmailed him.
It was a huge blow to me. For 6 months, I talked to literally.
Which brings me to my next lesson, kids. Don't smoke crack.
Always thought that was false, not true. And when he finally admitted it, I was actually crushed. I was the longest I was working 24 hours a day, 7 days. So much so that
The mayor of Toronto is caught smoking crack.
this led Toronto residents from himself. So I can't do that.
That boy got caught smoking crack. Now he in front of the microphone looking wild. Listen, it's on Netflix.
I embarrassed everyone.
Booger in his nose.
I will be forever sorry.
Big booger in his nose.
Right after Rob admitted to smoking crack, everything seemed to completely implode. And it was only a matter of time until more videos came out.
There's one where he's in a house and he seems to be pantomiming some kind of a fight.
It's extremely embarrassing, and I don't know what to say. I'm again. I
At that time, the situation was so unbelievable day after day after day.
Have you purchased illegal drugs in the last 2 years?
Yes, I have.
Scandal flew off Rob Ford like sweat off a runner.
It was classic Mayor Ford. One moment contrite,
I really effed up.
the next defiant.
I'm moving on. You guys can do what you want. There were some days where I'm just like, whoa, I can't believe I'm here right now. This is nuts.
As all of this is happening, then he just makes this offhand comment after he was accused of demeaning a staffer named Olivia Gonda. He wanted. Oh, okay. So we're gonna use some language here. It's just I can't believe I'm in the office. I'm gonna say this. But he said.
Oh, the last thing was Olivia Gondak. It says that I want to eat her pussy. And Olivia Gondak. I've never said that. I'm happily married. I've got more than enough to eat at home. Thank you very much.
I know we're flight regular. I don't know if we can. Mayor Ford, speaking as Mayor Ford does very plainly, as he said in council yesterday, and now using language that I don't think we can broadcast that on TV, but we just broadcast that on TV.
When things are constantly so shocking, you know how you sort of get numb to it? This broke any spell of numbness.
And then there was this video of him speaking in a Jamaican patois, talking about Bill Blair, the police chief of Toronto, who started investigating.
Job, that changed me around 5 months ago.
I've almost forgotten that one. I mean, it's just like it all blurs.
Almost 5 minutes. I said, a meeting. Oh, I gotta take some ownership here. Okay, so Rob really loves spicy food. We get talking about Jamaican food, and he would chirp me like, "Oh, buddy, you don't know, man, you know, buddy." And then that's where we would banter back and forth in patois. So he was just ranting and raving, like, "You're wasting taxpayer dollars to try to find something on me," and we were like, "This is ridiculous."
It was a bona fide investigation by the Toronto police. He got caught smoking crack cocaine with gun runners, opening himself up to extortion as the mayor of Toronto, who had an influence over the police budget. So it was very clear to me and others that he could not remain mayor.
I came up with the idea of removing his powers. We have to try to disarm the mayor as much as possible. I offered to not make the motion if he would just agree to voluntarily go into rehab. And he said no.
I voted for Rob Ford back in 2010, and damn was I ever wrong.
Take away your budget. Council to take away your powers.
We walked into the council chamber, and there's a bunch of people giving the mayor the finger, flipping him off. You know, people started yelling, "Shame, shame, shame," and all hell broke.
Another scumbag. How do you know everything?
This was a session full of jaw-dropping moments. When it couldn't get worse, it did. The mayor ran into Councillor Pam McConnell, almost knocking her to the ground. I'm still shaking. After the debate, voting began. It's still happening right now.
We could not remove Rob Ford as mayor, only the electorate could do that. But what we were able to do was remove the powers of mayor, provide them to the deputy mayor, and then work as a council in a collaborative, collegial way to run the city.
This, folks, reminds me
Smoke
of
break.
when Sam attacked me.
I'll come back to my
You
audience
guys have just attacked.
briefly.
Most people in Rob Ford's
Thank you
position
for all
after
zero
this scandal
people
mess
tuning in. I love y'all.
would have
We're gonna keep it rolling, baby.
What Rob Ford did is he leaned in on the scandal. He tells Tonyans to
Should that be my little
Rob Ford is holding his campaign launch here at the Congress Center. in
trademarking
Toronto.
it?
Volunteers are
Nobody's
doing
stealing kitty
everything
cakes.
for the
Did it
fundraiser.
first.
What do you think you'll sell tonight? Oh, well, it's gonna be
Kitty
phenomenal.
cakes did it first.
Of course he was gonna run. Why retreat when you can just
Trademark
keep
that.
pushing ahead?
I've been the best mayor that the city's ever had. My record speaks for itself.
I did it wrong.
I don't want to see Rob Ford get up, say,
Nobody's
I did a
stealing.
great job as mayor.
It's noted 6/20/2025, June 20th, 2025, 5:25 p.m. Kitty cakes did it first.
Backstory.
Can be resurrected. Jesus, I'm up for it.
There's a
Peace.
feeling that if he can keep his demons at bay, that he has a